Let's make a mess with me. I need to create a theme tune or something. Okay. It is 1:45 in the morning and I just fancy making bread. Because that's where we're at. So we're going to do an Italian style bread that will be turned into garlic bread, but in a French style. You'll figure it out in a minute. Give me a few moments. So I've got the flour in here. I'm making 2 batches, so this will look like a lot. So first off, we're going to start with our warm water. And I just need to grab a knife. Because I don't know where any of my scissors are. And I'm going to put the yeast into the warm water. You may be asking, why am I cooking at 1:45 in the morning? It's quite simple. I'm bipolar, and sometimes I have trouble self-regulating, and this is how I cope if I can't sleep. So I'm just going to mix that in just a touch. So that was 2 packages of yeast into 3.5 cups of water, warm water. And 2 tablespoons of sugar going in. I'm just going to mix that. You don't have to wait until your yeast is frothing, fully frothed. You don't have to put it to the side for a couple of minutes. That is basically just to check that your yeast is active. If it's not active, it won't smell right. If you know what yeast smells like, that's what I mean. Salt in, and then straight away I'm going to dump this into the flour and get it mixed in. Why did I choose French bread? Well, Italian bread with a French twist. I don't know. That's why we're making a mess. I just had a craving for garlic bread. I wanted to make garlic bread, so that's kind of where we're at. Right, and then I'm going to add my oil. And that was 2 tablespoons of oil. And yes, I've got pie dishes with ingredients. Will it? Right, I will grab some gloves. And we're going to get stuck straight in. Once it's mostly mixed together, we will add in the garlic powder. I will get this finished in the morning because I've got to let it sit for a bit. So I'm just going to let it rise in the fridge instead of in a warm place. prefer to let it warm, sit in a warm place. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, guys. I'm tired. I prefer to let it sit in a warm place as you normally would. But if you're preparing bread and then cooking it the next day, stick it in the fridge. It still rises. It just takes a lot longer. Take it out, let it become room temperature, and you are fine and dandy. I don't think there's been enough liquid in here at all. Not at all. So do I add a bit more liquid or do I just trust the process? Trust the process, it's what I preach. I'm not trusting this process. And my bowl's squeaking because it's rubber on the bottom and I'm on a glass worktop. So, it's annoying me. Anyways. Right, now at this point I'm going to put my garlic in. And I'm going to do about a tablespoon. Thereabouts. And actually I'm going to add a little bit more water. I'll start with a 1/4 cup. Just because I'm not trusting the process. It's dry. Bread dough is not meant to be dry. Okay. We'll get all this mixed in, and then when we need it, that garlic will go right through the bread. You can already smell how garlicky it's going to be, which is perfect. Again, I'm not quite trusting this process of this bread coming together. I'm really not. I'm going to put another 1/4 cup in. Start with that. See where it takes me. Alright. This just doesn't feel right. Well, it doesn't feel right. Is it because I've instantly doubled it? I don't know. I do not know. We'll figure it out soon enough. We will. I'm going to try an alternative. Add another tablespoon of oil. Bring this out of the bowl to just work it through a bit. This is looking a little bit better. Not hugely though. Alright. I'm just going to turn my dough inside out. Right, we're going to stick this in the dish. I've got a lightly floured bowl here, and that's going to be too big to double in size. Of course it is. Turn the tap off. Grab a knife. Split that down. We'll put half in one bowl. I'll give the other bowl a quick wipe. One bowl done. I really hope you've been able to see this. I'm not sure that you have. I've just looked at my camera's position, which I should have checked before, and I didn't. I'm just going to clear this bowl of oils. I want the floury bread, not an oily one. Alright. Crumbs. Oh, flour first. Right. And then that's that one done also. So we'll get these in the fridge overnight, and I will be back in the morning. And it's the next morning. That was quick, wasn't it? So this has been resting overnight, and I'm just gonna cut it down the middle. Get it formed and into pans. Right. And then again, we're going to let that sit. And rise a little bit. That's it in the pan. And we'll do the same with this one. Form it, sit in the pan. We're going to let these rise, and then I'm going to put some garlic butter on, which is just our garlic powder, some herbs and some butter, and I'll brush this over the top. And then later on, once they're cooked, once we slice it, we'll put some more garlic butter onto the actual slices. And from here, we're pretty much done. I just need to add a couple of those. And the same to this one. Just a couple of those. And that's going to be delish. Delicious garlic bread. Yum, 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 yum. Okie dokie then. So this is how the bread turned out. It's lovely. It's so tasty. We added a bit more garlic butter as a spread and then put mozzarella on it for snacks, and it was just delightful. Delightful. And the other loaf, other loaf. The other loaf I had chopped up and sent over to my mama for her teas for work. So we're gonna work with the second dough, and I know you can't quite see it there in the picture, but it's exploded. So we're gonna get started on this. We're gonna add some light to the situation. There we go. Oh, I need not that one. I've lost my flour. Oh, it's there. We're fine. Touch more flour to the top because we did coat it in oil. Alright. Okie dokie then. So we're just gonna squish this all down and knead it all in. And then we're gonna make some nice, neat little balls to set to the side. No matter how rough they look, we're going to be rolling them out anyway. As long as they're roughly the same size. We do want them to cook evenly. Of course, you could roll this out and then cut it up. You can roll it out and then use cookie cutters. It doesn't matter. I just like a little bit more rustic looking. Plus, rolling it out and getting cookie cutters out just means more dishes. Got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, about 20 mini dough balls. And I'm just going to roll them out. Or am I? Yes, I am. What's your favourite thing to put on a pizza? Answers below. I like chicken and sweet corn on pizzas. I do have my washing machine and my tumble dryer going. So this was obviously a terrible time to start video. 8 to go. But I've only got the 3 trays. So we're gonna have to put these in and then carry on from there. That works for me. That's fine for me. These ones are shrinking down a little bit. We're gonna have to work quickly. Get these in the oven. Right, first lot, second lot, they're in. So in this bowl I've got tomato paste, half a cup of water, about a tablespoon of basil, and I just stirred it all up, and it's a fantastic and easy pizza sauce. Fabulous, full of flavour. And then we have the garlic butter that I made earlier. If you don't know what it is just butter, garlic powder, and parsley. So we've just kind of chucked everything together. We're done. It's such an easy thing to make with garlic butter. And we're getting some pepperoni ready. So we've got 10 minutes for the first lot to come out, so we're gonna come back in 10 minutes. I had a thought while we're waiting. We will slice up the bread and get some garlic bread slices into the freezer. This is lovely, it's so soft. I can't remember if I said, but I had it on 220 for 25 minutes. And I had coated it in garlic butter, which is why you see the flakes in the top. And it is just an absolute dream. It is delicious. So it's 2 recipes and, sorry, 1 recipe and 2 meals out of it. So, or 2 items I should say, not 2 meals. But just delicious. Just delicious. Right, and we're going to take some of that garlic butter and start getting the slices put it. Just a nice smooth layer of that garlic butter. Delightful. And these, well, it could be served at the side of lasagna, which is exactly what my mom's going to do with hers. I was on the phone with my mom earlier and she went, "Oh, I think I'm going to send the other half to the shop to get garlic bread for my lasagna through the week." I was like, "I've just made garlic bread, would you like some?" Like, "Oh yeah." Perfect accompaniment to a good lasagna. And then when these come out of the freezer, they can just be plunked onto a tray and oven baked for 10-15 minutes tops. You can add some mozzarella onto it. You can add more garlic butter onto it. You can butter both sides if you really want to. That's just too messy for me. I realise this is making a mess with me, but I can't be bothered with that sort of cleanup. Absolutely delightful. So I'm not going to flash freeze them or anything. Again, I cannot be bothered. We're just going to stick them into individual bags so that they don't stick to each other. And get them in the freezer. Delightful. Delightful. I'm just gonna package them individually. Squeeze that air out without crushing too much on the butter. And then I'll put the smaller bags into a bigger Ziploc bag and just mark it with garlic bread. I'm going to make a lot more because these are just amazing. Just amazing. And the garlic butter you can put into tubs or into a bag or whatever you like, and put that in the freezer too. Got a few minutes left on the pizza bases. Need to get it cleared up so I can get the trays out. And the pizzas can go in individual bags as well if they fit. You can leave them on a tray and flash freeze them, do it that way. I'm actually going to part bake the cheese on top. Because I hate when cheese falls off when pizza's in the freezer. Hate it. So if you part bake it, the cheese sticks together and sticks to your pizza, which is just fabulous. And in this last bag, I'll put the 2 smaller pieces in. Delish. Actually, I'm not going to freeze these because we have lasagna for tomorrow for tea. So I'm just going to chuck these in the fridge for tonight. And this will absolutely be gone tomorrow, because my children are absolute hounds for garlic bread. And this garlic bread is just simply amazing. So I might have to make some more this week. Might have to make some more. Obviously you've seen it now, so I don't need to video it, so... But if I do anything different with it, I will video it. Not going to bother labeling the bag because 1, I can see what it is, 2, it's going in the fridge for tomorrow. So that was nice and easy. Right, what have we got? With the garlic in that dough, these just smell amazing. So, a quick trick. I realised you can't see what I'm doing, so we're going to swap the trays. Trays are still hot, I've literally just take them out. And we're going to press them down with a rolling pin for where they've puffed up or rises. So press it back down and we will get some of our wonderful sauce here. And we'll add a drop. And we'll add a drop. We'll add a drop. And we'll add a drop. probably gonna have to make some more. There's no way on earth I'm getting 20 pizzas out of that. Right, so these have been in for about 7 or 8 minutes. Oh no, 10, make that 10. And they're just pop cooked. Excuse my fingers, I'm just feeding my family, so. Alright, now spread these out a bit. No, we can gather them a bit closer together. Grab another one. Another small one. Sauce. Right, and then we're just going to grab some of the mozzarella, add that on. I realised why they're only part cooked. My oven's not hot enough. Oh dear me. I was wondering. I was wondering. Right, this is what I get. So for that 10 minutes, everything was on 150, not 190. That's what I get. I thought they should have been cooked. I just thought I was being daft. Obviously I was. Now I've got some more mozzarella here. Let me sprinkle on top. Right, and now for the pepperoni. Put it back in the oven for just a couple of minutes just to slightly melt that cheese, and then we're done. So I've got 2 left on this tray. I'll do the same to these. Wash them down. A drop on there and a drop on there. Cheese. So we'll wait for the next batch to come out and we will get them all done the same. A few of them I'm not going to put pepperoni on just because some of the people that I feed do not like pepperoni because they're odd, in my opinion. I love you guys. Right, I will be back in just a few seconds. Just delish. So, I am busy eating one. Once these cool, they will go into the freezer. I have cooked them fully. I wasn't planning to. It's just the way life works out. So, these are delish. Tastes absolutely gorgeous. And with that garlic dough bread, that just makes all the difference. It really, really does. So, yeah. I'm going to finish this for tonight. I was going to make some more and do some pie. I don't want to right now. So I'm going to go sit down. And I'll see you tomorrow. Make a mess with me. Right. So, we're going to be making a mess, as we do. I need to bulk make a ton of pastry. So that's what we're going to start with. And then we're going to make egg custard. So start the pastry. And for a single recipe, I need half cup of butter, half cup of the Crisco. So I'm going to use my full cups. I'm just going to start by doubling the recipe. Right, so I have 1 cup of butter. Again, it's the dairy-free one, as usual. It was just so much easier to switch to completely dairy-free butter equivalent, I'll say. And it works. I don't notice much difference when I'm baking, so that's how we do it. Right, and then we'll go in with the vegetable shortening. Again, dairy free. And this is just going to give us a flakier pastry. Just measuring it out in the cup now. Right. I'm going to add that in. If I can get it all out, of course. And currently I have bread in the oven, which smells delicious. I don't have a video of the bread. It's the same bread that I used for the garlic bread just before. Is it just before? Is it in this video or is it in the last one? I can't remember. So we've got a cup of butter and a cup of shortening in there, and now I need 10.5 cups of flour. So I'm going to start with my half cup. Mix that. And now, count with me, people. 10 cups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Right, that is our 10 cups of flour. And then we need some salt. And we will add our water bit by bit once we've combined the butter and the flour. Okay, so something went desperately wrong there. I should not have had to put that much water in, but that's what happened. So we're gonna move on to my egg custard. Now, I've never made an egg custard. I thoroughly enjoy bought egg custards, but I've never made one. So we're gonna see how this turns out. Right. So we're gonna start with our pastry. And for that we need 1 egg. Straight in the bowl. I don't have it yet. Right. So we've got 1 egg. Where's my measuring spoons? We need 1/3 cups of milk. It's in there, that's why. One and a third of flour. Then we need 1/2 a cup of butter. Okay. What else did we need? 1/4 cup of sugar. Right, and we're going to get this all mixed in together. Form a nice pastry. A very sweet and buttery pastry. I wish all pastries were that simple. That took 2 minutes to put together. Okay. Anyway, so that's the pastry done. That's a tiny amount of pastry. Okay. That's fine. We're gonna get that in. Excuse me. Get that in the fridge and we'll be back in just a sec. Okie dokies. So down here we've got a pan and we're going to start making the egg custard. So I need 700 mils of whole milk. So again, this one isn't dairy free because I'm using whole milk. If this works, I'll try and find a dairy free version and we'll figure it out. Okie dokie then. So we've got 700 mils of whole milk and we just need to warm that up in there. Right. And then in a bowl we need I need a bowl first. So in a bowl we need 7 egg yolks. And this annoys me. I hate separating eggs. I hate it. So with the egg whites, I will just make, well, I'll add them to the egg cups that I'm going to be making. I'm just going to put this into a jug. That's one. This is going to take some time. You can buy separators, I know you can. But it's not very often I use recipes where I have to separate eggs. I hate separating eggs, so I avoid these recipes. It's as simple as that. And today I fancied egg custard, and of course that means separating eggs. Oh, what a pain. Got that milk heating up there. Ah, I don't believe what I just did. We're gonna start again. Okay. Oh dear me. Right, it's fine. We're still gonna use them. They're not going to waste. Doing it again. Right, so we're starting off again. 1. Oh, it's a life. It's a life. It really is. 2. 3. I've still got a whole yolk in here, so I'll see if I can grab this. Oh, what a pain. This is why it's make a mess with me, because I'm literally making a mess of it all. I hope you're enjoying it anyway. Yep. And last one then. Right. Done. So that should be just about warm enough shortly. Excuse me. And now we need, what do we need? Half cup flour. No, try that again. Half cup of sugar. 1 and 2. these together until they're pale and well combined. Excuse me. Yep. Okay, definitely paler than they were. I'm covered in flour. Alright, and then we're gonna just temper the eggs by pouring a little bit of milk in and quickly whisking that about. Alright, pour a little bit more in. Go in with the rest of that milk. And that's where we're at. So it's a nice light coloured mixture and it's covered in bubbles at the top. That's exactly what we want. Alright, we're just going to move some things about. Yep, so diddles. Right, so we need a tray, my help. I've done that for no reason. That's fine. Right, I'm just gonna butter this really, really well so nothing sticks. With the bottom plate, we don't want anything to stick. And then the littlest quick trick for this is to add a tiny bit of ice and sugar. Don't think I've got. Yeah. If you add a tiny bit of ice and sugar to your buttered surface, it will obviously help with reducing the stick, just the same as flour would, but I don't want to put flour in because it's a sweet pastry. Right, so we have a dish prepped. out our pastry, which is still very, very soft. Probably should have put it in the freezer for a minute. But we're not going to do that now because our custard is ready, so it will be too late to do that now. I'm going to add a touch of flour, just a touch. Right, now we're going to roll this out so that it fits and slightly overlaps the pie dish. Again, this is a really, really soft dough, so I'm a bit nervous about it falling apart, I think, because this dough should have been fully firm, but I don't have time. That's not going to fit in there properly, so I'm going to have to do some reworking, but that's fine. I don't even think I'm going to be able to pick this up. I'm not. Ah, no! Right, so we are going to have to put this into the freezer for a few minutes, and we'll have to come back when it's done. Ah, dear me. Not what I needed at all. Not what I needed at all. Right. Okay. Or do we do it that way? Could we do it that way? Probably could. I think we could. Alright, we'll try it this way then. So I'm just going to push this all around, and then I'm going to shape it in the pan. And this might just be a quicker way to do it. Not going to be completely even, I know it's not, but as long as it bakes, I don't care. So obviously you can make this in a small version, so like cupcake type size, how you would usually find them in the shops. It's not very often I see the large ones in the shops, not very often at all. Oh no. Right, we're going to have to just try and even this out a touch. And with this dough you don't have to blind bake at all, which is fabulous. Hate blind baking dough. Right, that is by no means pretty. It's called Make a Mess With Me for a reason. And we're just going to gently pour in the egg mixture. You know, if I stop standing above the oven, I'll probably stop coughing. See, now that's too much egg mixture for this. Because you can't fill it to the top or else it'll overflow. Your egg's going to expand. So we're going to leave it at that. And then we need some nutmeg. Where is our nutmeg? That's mixed spice. Don't put mixed spice on. That's pumpkin spice. Where's my nutmeg gone? Nutmeg. Ooh, I'm gonna need some more. Right. Then it's as simple as that. Tiny bit of nutmeg on the top. And then we're gonna stick it on a tray. There it is. Just simply straight onto the cookie tray without making too much of a mess. And then we're gonna bake it for 15 minutes at 200 degrees, and then for the last 10 minutes, for an additional 10 minutes, we'll bake it at 180. You just gotta keep an eye on it. It's a faff, we're gonna make a mess. We're fine. And in we go. Beautiful. Oh yeah. This is where we make a mess. This is where we make the true mess. Ah. Oh no. Right. Should have put it in the other way. Right, we'll come back in 25 minutes. And the final piece of the puzzle. So we did overcook this just a touch. But it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So this is the egg custard tart. And we're going to put this in the fridge overnight. We're going to cut it up tomorrow and enjoy it. See you next time.